Should I call my lawyer?
Oh, not here as a cop.
You get that door.
Yeah.
Can I get you a drink?
No, I'm all right, thanks. I'm worried about Michael.
Yeah, so am I. Did Dante ask you to come?
Michael's my cousin. I don't like the fact that he's in Pentonville any more than you do. So.
Michael shouldn't have spent one night in prison. The judge wanted to make an example out of Michael because of his feelings towards me, and he calls that justice. That's the law that you and Dante are working so hard to uphold.
Yeah, well, you knew me long before I ever decided to put on a badge.
You were a smart kid, too smart to have blind faith in the law.
Our system has its flaws. So does yours, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, by the time I was 11 years old, I had been through more than any kid I knew. I don't think that even comes close to what Michael's been through. He's had a hard life, Sonny, as I'm sure you know. But listen, ignoring the terms of his release, fighting to see him, is not making things any easier.
For who, Lucky? Well, what would you do as a father? I'm guessing the exact same thing.
And my release was conditional. I mean, the judge can throw me back in prison anytime he wants.
Oh, then you have to stick to the terms. You stay away from Sonny and the business and you'll be fine.
What about you? Aren't you worried about being charged as an accessory if Jason runs?
But Jason's got law enforcement watching his every move. I think it'd be pretty dumb of him if he tried to go anywhere.
Jason only went to Pentonville to protect me. He shouldn't have to spend 5 years in prison for something that he didn't even do.
Yeah, but you know, Jason knew what he was getting into when he made the deal with Claire.
There's no reason to stick to that deal anymore. I mean, I'm out of prison. He can care less about what happens to you. I mean, the way he sees it, me going to prison is your fault. I mean, he made it this runoff to give you a taste of what it was like in there.
Well, he wants to make sure Franco never kills again, and I guess the rest we'll have to figure out as we go.
No, it's not a matter of supporting Dante because I stood by him when everyone told me to walk away. Friends and family saw him as this lying cop who would do whatever it takes to take Sonny down, even if it meant hurting Michael. But what they didn't see is he was trying to save Michael, and he had the courage of his convictions, which made me love him even more.
Like I said, he always does what he thinks is right.
But putting himself in a position where he has to trust Jason isn't right. And I want to be supportive, and I want to support his decisions, but I can't if I think he's dead wrong.
But obviously Dante feels like it's worth the risk to take Franco off the street, and I can't say that I blame him, honey. The guy almost killed you. You can't fault Dante for wanting to keep you safe.
So Dante gets to protect me, but I don't get to protect him? How is that fair? If something happens to Dante, it's not only his life that's going to be changed. This decision affects mine, too. Shouldn't I have a say?
Honey, I'm not telling you that you always have to go along with whatever Dante says or to be some kind of a spineless cheerleader for him. God knows that I shook my pom-poms for that kid all his life, and he still doesn't listen to half of what I say. He listens to his gut. Always. Just like he did in the situation with Michael, this Franco thing is no different.
With Michael, he was trusting a judge who has morals and principles. Jason doesn't have any.
Okay, but that's Dante's decision to make. Okay, if he's decided that it's his duty to get Franco off the street, he will do anything to make that happen, including team up with Jason.
Don't act like that kiss came out of nowhere. You've been flirting with me for months in front of Robin. Reminding me all the college days, making sure that I remember what it used to be like. Asking me for a consult in the locker room so I can see you half naked.
All right, you know, it is easy for you to turn this around on me and make it out like I'm some homewrecker when you're the one who is clearly unhappy in your marriage.
I love Robin.
Okay, then why do you care who I sleep with? Your head practically exploded when you saw that Steve and I were seeing one another.
And that's what it's about, right? Get a little attention from Steve, make me jealous.
Oh my God, I've always known that you're arrogant, but this is taking it to a whole new level, okay? Because I am with Steve because he is a decent guy and we have fun together. All right, and that's the problem, isn't it? You want everyone to be as miserable as you are. Well, you know what? You're the one who chose to settle down and get married. So if you're not as happy in your new life as you were in your old life, then you only have yourself to blame.
You just can't stop reminding me what it used to be like between us, right? You know what, Lisa? The Lisa that I remember would never play these stupid games that you've been playing. The Lisa I remember, when she wanted something, she went and got it. Well, I guess we both changed. At least I own it.
Oh, you have done everything but own it since I moved into town. You have gone out of your way to prove that you're still the best at everything. I mean, that's what this kiss was about, proving that you're better than Steve. I mean, you don't want me, Patrick, but you sure the hell don't want me with anybody else, especially not someone who has the power to suspend you for acting like a jackass. All right, you know what? You want me to own it? Fine. I'm done playing games with you. So why don't you go home, get sober, and leave me the hell alone?